Ooh, oh, I see it. There's GSP on the overflow. Okay, I can live with it. It's on the overflow. He's got it off the sand bed. I'll move on. Kessel 360X. Nice choice for this tank. I might have put another one on here, but you know, there's plenty of light down in the center of the tank. This guy seems to like it that way. His rockwork kind of accents it, where there's high pieces right off on the edge of where the light's coming in. Different strokes to different folks on that one. My taste, I'd go for 2, but hey, different strokes, again, for different folks. I see a nice tomato clown. Love those guys. Looks like we got some gyres on the back, from what I can tell. So we've got some good in-tank flow going, nothing on the sides that I'm seeing. Ew, is that a mystery wrasse? We've got some wrasses here. I'm noticing the screen top, so that's good. With the wrasses, or any type of fish, wrasses are more prone to jumping. Since he's not running a canopy, I like that he's got a screen top. Nice little rose bubble tip that the clown is getting in. Always love seeing the clowns and the bubble tips. A cool placement for it as well. Kind of nudged in that little crevice there. I dig it. Black sand on this tank. Ooh, hello. Look at that Refugium light. It's like, holy cow. Looks like it's stage lighting or something. That thing's major. I dig it. That's cool. Skimmer, return lines, all soft plumb. Hey, that's okay. Again, different strokes for different folks. He likes the soft plumbing. Seems to be working well for him. That Refugium, oh, check that out. It's got like guards on either side of the Refugium light to help direct it down into the Refugium. Now with a lot of sumps with built-in Refugiums, I'm seeing on this one as well, you're gonna get algae growing in the other sections. You just can't do anything with that much spill. I still like these little guards though. On the light, that's a cool little, I wonder if he built that up himself, maybe 3D printed it. I'm wondering where he got those, if that's something that he didn't make himself. I dig it. We've got a skimmer here that seems to be working well. Maybe a little wet on the skimmate, but some people like dry, some people like wet. This is in the kind of the gray area for reefing. What works for you may not work for me. I personally run mine a little drier than that. This guy seems to like a little wet. Looks like a Bubble Magnus skimmer there. It's per se an off-brand, but you know, they can work okay. Some pros and cons with that. You've got an auto top off. At least he has that for automation. I will give him that. Definitely have an auto top off on your tank. Looks like this one has a couple eyes on it as well. Redundancy is always a good thing with automation, especially auto top off. He's crammed his heater down underneath the bubble trap. In a tight sump like this, sometimes you got to put heaters wherever you can put them. That certainly is working for this guy. Looks like you might need a little scrub to the sump there. Scrubbing sumps is something that always seems to get put on the back burner because they're underneath. No one really pays attention to them. 79 degrees, not too warm. That grow light there must be kicking out some heat for you because that Kessel above has plenty of airflow around it. 79 is not offensive to me. I like that he's got this little AquaRelife digital thermometer so we can see. This is great if you have someone coming over to check your tank. They can check that little readout. They don't have to worry about an app or accessing anything like that. I dig it. I love how this lighting fixture is even suspended from above on 3 points. It definitely looks like a spaceship that's about to land or take off. I dig it. That's pretty cool. I can't get over this massive Refugium light on this little Refugium. Hopefully it's not frying everything. It doesn't seem to be. It looks like we've got some macroalgae growing in there. Hey, back to the tank. Okay, the GSP, I gotta stop it here. I like that he's got it on the overflow. Some people like to do that as it grows all over the back of the tank and looks like grass. Look, I'll give it to you on GSP, right? The motion on it is very cool. It looks like grass. I dig it, I get it, all right? I actually dig GSP for that reason. It can take over though, but this guy's done something very smart. It's on the overflow, not touching the sand bed, not touching any rocks. It looks like none of his aquascaping touches the back of the tank. So per se, this GSP should not get out of hand. If it starts to grow over the sand bed, he can simply cut it off with a razor blade or peel it off. Even with it being on the overflow, it's gonna give him some options if you wanted to remove it. That's better than it being on the rocks. I get it in this case, I'm okay with it. Look, again, different strokes for different folks. Oh look, he's got a little mini control panel here. Looks like we've got a heater control. That's good. I like that the heater is on some kind of thermostat, so he has redundancy there. Looks like he's got the Kessel Spectra controller here. You've got LEDs, you've got controllability. By all means, use it. This looks like the pumps, control pumps. These look like ice cap gyres. He's got those both on timers. Look like they're working somewhat together. At least one of them is. That's good. You got automation, again, use it. Hey, an old school light timer. It's got to be for Refugium. It's even got a cover on it. That's nice around water. And of course, the old school DJ, what are those things called? The old school DJ power bar. They work great. It's not automation, but it's a simple way to control outlets without having to unplug everything, because that always stinks. Look, I like the display too. We got an orchid dotty back, it looks like here. I like the tomato clown. Okay, so he's got two yellow-tailed damsels. Hopefully they're not a pain for him. He's got a nice mix. I love how the tomato clown is in the anemone, and looks like that Ocellaris over there, that black and white's get nowhere close to it. Yeah, because the tomato rules the roost. You got some firefish over here in the corner with a nice little cave. Look, this is a nice 60-gallon, you know, basic presentation, but the guy's got a reef tank. It looks good. He's got some fish in there. He's enjoying it. Probably going to put in some more corals. Nothing wrong with this setup. It takes me back to the days when I first started, when I got back into the hobby. You know, I dig it. I have to say there's something about these small little setups. It's kind of in the side, it looks like, into his house, but he's getting a lot of enjoyment out of it. The black sand certainly adds a nice touch to this thing. Can't knock it there. He's got this green top, which I like. He's even got a 5-gallon bucket for top off with the SaltwaterAquarium.com sticker. That just makes it that much better. Not that I'm biased. Look, black sand, nice black silicone on the tank, sleek setup. It's got some fun things in there with the clowns, with the anemones, and some corals. Nice mix of fish. It's a nice basic reef setup with some good automation in areas that are important, like auto top off, like heater control, and of course this pump and lighting control as well. Doesn't have to be complicated, but it can be straightforward, still be automated. It doesn't have to be that big as well, and it looks good. Nice work.